In the 1980s, a cinematic revolution took place on the streets of Hong Kong. With a raw intensity of fighting and breathtaking choreography, Hong Kong action cinema exploded onto screens worldwide, captivating audiences with its unparalleled blend of martial arts mastery and adrenaline complex pumping stuff. At that time, Hong Kong was known for its hard stunts. The stunts in those movies were just normal stunts, and the stunts were getting quite complex as the movie progresses. Also, the stunts were getting more complicated depending on the budget of the movie. At the heart of this cinematic revolution were three legendary figures: Jackie Chan, Yuen Biao, and Sammo Hung. Trained in the rigorous discipline of the Beijing Opera School, these men were destined for greatness. Their training was brutal, their dedication unwavering. From a young age, they honed their skills in dance, acting, and various forms of kung fu at the China Drama Academy, laying the foundation for the electrifying performances that would define Hong Kong action cinema. In the 1980s, Jackie Chan, Yuen Biao, and Sammo Hung emerged as the leading lights of Hong Kong action cinema. With their dynamic athleticism and fearless determination, they captured the hearts of audiences around the world. As the popularity of Hong Kong action cinema soared into the whole world, its influence reached far beyond the shores of Asia. Hollywood took note, with filmmakers and audiences alike embracing the kinetic energy and unparalleled creativity of Hong Kong's finest. From Die Hard to The Matrix, the fingerprints of Hong Kong action cinema can be seen in some of the most iconic films of all time, cementing its legacy as a true cinematic powerhouse. Action choreography was at the heart of Hong Kong action cinema's success. It wasn't just about the fighting, it was about the creativity, precision, and innovation behind each move. But also look at the beats. So one scene is about 5 or 7 dancing beats. So at the same time you need to show emotion while doing the dancing beats. Sometimes there are scenes that have beats from 15 or 17 beats, while doing techniques such as kickboxing and jiu-jitsu at the same time. But also you need to know that most performers need to act on the scene and perform on the scene at the moment. So most of the times in Hong Kong action cinema you have 15 beats or 17 beats, but the day after they change the whole choreography, so you need to learn all the movement again. So Hong Kong action cinema is definitely one of the most hardest choreography to learn still till this day. Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yuen Biao were masters of action choreography. They didn't just perform stunts, they choreographed them with meticulous detail, ensuring every punch, kick, and flip was executed flawlessly and perfectly into the scene. People should know that they were trained actors, so action means training in acrobatics, kung fu, and breakdancing. Those are already 3 disciplines. In Hong Kong, the filmmakers take their time to make a fight scene, so a fight scene could take weeks to shoot, and that's the way to do it. Sammo Hung was a true cinematic action genius, so when they fight for real at the camera, so they truly have physical contact with each other. When they shoot a movie, it's for example a 3-month process, and they shoot fight choreography for about 18 hours a day, and they also sleep on set. That's just truly martial art dedication. For Jackie Chan, choreography was always organic, so he does it at the spot and make a dance fight choreography at the scene. For him, that's the best way to do an organic fight scene, where he could see the environment and objects. And for other choreographers, they were known for their acrobatics. And Jackie Chan was always the person who see a stunt performer and he wants to see the physical skill. That's what he's most respected about. We should dive in what the stuntman Fetterman has to say about the action movies.
The movement between myself, Sammo, and I saying that took about 4 days just to get that one section for the timing. In that, what you don't see is I lost a tooth. Nai Singh had his nose broke. Those are the things you don't see.
Let's look at what Richard Norton has to say about Sammo Hung.
I still mean it that Sammo Hung is the most amazing action director, choreographer I've ever worked with. But you have a look at him, and Jackie even said to me, and by the way, for people that understand, like Asian respect and everything, Jackie said to me, Sammo looks like an elephant, but moves like a monkey. Yeah.
In this clip, Michael J. White says that shooting action fights between Hong Kong and America is a huge difference, budget-wise.
It's tough, man. It's hard.
But yeah, man, because now we do, like, we can't compare ourselves with Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen, man, they could shoot a fight scene, take a whole week to shoot a fight scene. Now the audience doesn't know the difference. Now we have to do that same, like a fight scene of that length. We have to do that in a matter of 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours sometimes.
Being a stunt guy is just a tough job. And according to Stanley Tong, at the old days, that's just the way it was.
Back in early 1980s, being a stuntman is much more dangerous than right now, because back then we don't really have pads.
And lastly, there is an interesting clip from Jack Chan himself, talking about his career as an action star.
In that moment, you probably get fired. Nobody care about you anymore. Being an action star is not easy. You must know how to do a drama, comedy, and you have to do your own stunt, fighting, and 10 times more difficult than the drama action star.
Filming techniques played a crucial role in capturing the high-octane action of Hong Kong cinema. From dynamic camera movements to innovative use of props and practical effects, filmmakers pushed the boundaries of traditional filmmaking. In Hong Kong, filmmakers were constantly experimenting with new techniques to capture the intensity of action. They used handheld cameras, wire rigs, and even improvised props to create unforgettable moments on screen. Let's delve into one of the most iconic movies of Jackie Chan's career. It's called Police Story. Released in 1985, this action-packed thriller set a new standard for Hong Kong cinema with its jaw-dropping stunts and adrenaline-filled sequences. Jackie Chan did some crazy stuff in his prime years, and he showed to himself and the audience he is capable of reaching new complex stunts. But in Hong Kong, he was definitely not the only one. There were some other Hong Kong filmmakers that did really creative complex stunts too. Here are some cool stunts that Hong Kong filmmakers made. For example, there's the helicopter scene from Police Story 3. The jump from the rooftop from Romeo in the Bronx. The very known stunt in Project A. The Police Story stunt from the mall scene. There is also a very cool stunt scene from Fatal Termination, where you can see the little girl basically screaming. If you look closely, you will see a meta hand, where the hand is pulling the hair of the little girl. This is a very beautiful, calculated stunt in Angel Forces. This is a stunt in Devil Hunters where it went wrong. The explosion was too early, and the real-life action actors were hurt into this scene. but this is just part of the game. But to make it much more feasible, they could use stunt doubles into the scene. That would make their life much easier. There is a cryptic message from Bobby Samuels that the Triads Mafia were responsible for funding movies in the Hong Kong industry.
As with anything organized crime, it exists. 80s, it was like really run by them. I'll just say that.
According to Jackie, the Triads were indeed a nuisance in film set. For example, paying rent of the property, etc. But Jackie Chan was indeed one of the reasons why the Triads went away. According to the Chinese Hong Kong gangster Big Head, the Triads were indeed heavily involved in the film industry. But not all Triads were high-level Al Capone or Tony Montana gangsters.
All controlled by Triad. If you don't listen to Triad, you cannot get a spot, not even a spot. You don't listen to them, okay, you will get punished. There's a movie star come out saying that like I'm not a Triad, whatever. You believe them, you believe them.
Not all Triads are dangerous. There are indeed levels to this game. And most of the extras on Enter the Dragon were just low-level goons who was working there to earn money.
And also so normal that it doesn't mean that if you have to deal with them, that means you are one, right? So I think that there's like, it's very inconclusive. Certainly Bruce did not go into an initiation ceremony and was not a Triad himself. Happened to be extras on Enter the Dragon. It's like, oh, they were like, as if somehow like those guys are the equivalent of Al Capone or something like that. It's like, no, these are just some low-level street guys. These are not powerful people by any stretch of the imagination.
Though in the 1980s may be a distant memory, the legacy of Hong Kong action cinema lives on. Its impact continues to be felt in the heart of filmmakers and fans alike, inspiring a new generation to push the boundaries of what is possible on screen. As we look back on this golden era of cinema, let us celebrate the passion, the innovation, and the sheer adrenaline that defined Hong Kong action cinema of the 1980s.